is brought to you by Egg Films, a proud sponsor of the Festival of Trees.
Well, last year, around this time, we did a story on people in our region with famous names. Joni Mitchell, James Bond.
Yes.
Well, tonight, Liz is taking it one step further.
We found Maritimers with famous faces, people who are constantly being told they resemble actors, politicians, game show hosts, and here are just a few. People in the public eye get plenty of attention, so imagine the reaction people who resemble them get.
Honestly, at least once a week, I'll be walking down the street and someone will stop me and say, "Oh my gosh, you look like Mandy Moore."
Mandy Moore is a pop star who more recently has been turning her attention to film. She's appeared in a number of movies, including American Dreams and A Walk to Remember. Ashley Bell is an esthetician in Halifax, and she doesn't mind the comparison.
I love Mandy Moore, so when people tell me that, I take it as a compliment. And your nails are already beautiful. So.
Ashley is one of a number of Maritimers who's regularly compared to movie stars or politicians.
7 degrees right now. Who would you be? This is George Canyon from FX 1019.
Denyse Sibley is a morning radio announcer in Halifax.
Get up at 2:30, leave home at 3. Sleep deprived. Need I say more?
A recent billboard campaign has drawn attention to Denyse and her resemblance to Sarah Palin.
My kids tell me that all the time. All the time. Yep. Mom, that's you. The moose hunting, that's Mom. 10 degrees right now, FX 1019.
The hair is a dead giveaway.
I didn't know who Sarah Palin was when I started wearing my hair this way. Oh, yes.
But when you add a pair of glasses, the Sarah Palin comparison is uncanny. Oddly enough, Denyse has a co-worker who also turns heads.
I was emceeing a boxing match at the World Trade and Convention Center, so I was in a tuxedo. And this guy followed me. I think that he'd had a few drinks, actually, but he followed me around. He thought I was Sean Connery. He insisted that I come over and meet his wife at their table. And so I go over and I said, "Listen, I'm not Sean Connery." And the woman obviously hadn't had as much to drink as the guy. And she said, "I realize you're not."
Looking like a star is both a blessing and a curse.
He's moving into his late 70s. So when people say that I look like Sean Connery, they're saying that I look like a guy in his late 70s, I guess.
Even around the CTV station, we found several lookalikes.
Yeah, we did have a little bit of rain overnight.
Our own Lindsay DeLuce looks like actress Joanna Garcia, who stars in the TV show Privileged. And while she'll never admit it, administrative assistant Deanna Bailey has been told she looks like Cameron Diaz.
So if you want to buy a car, come on down, the price is right.
Here's a guy who not only looks like a game show host, but he shares the same first name.
Have anybody ever told me I look like Bob Barker? Yes, about every second day here.
Car salesman Bob Frank says being compared to a famous person can come in handy.
People actually say they can't forget my name, but my first name, my last name, and they say, "Oh, that fellow looks like Bob Barker," and everybody knows who it is.
I just felt so lonely this past couple months.
Actress Mary Stuart Masterson has appeared in several movies and may have been glimpsed at a wine store in Halifax.
I have had a few people tell me that I look like certain people, but the one that comes up the most is Mary Stuart Masterson, who I remember mostly from a movie in the 80s called Some Kind of Wonderful. Also fried green tomatoes.
Aaron accepts the comparison to the actress, but is happy to continue helping people find fine wine.
And there's so much for people to enjoy and explore, so it's great to kind of introduce somebody to something that they haven't had before. So.
FX 1019, here we are. Look at
Many Maritimers have been told they look like famous people, and for some, they're already famous in their own right.
Now this is going to be fun.
This is going to be fun. Those were the few people we could get to today. We had many suggestions prior, but those were the folks we could touch base with. So if you think you have a famous face, or you know someone who you think looks like a celebrity,